Hello everyone, and welcome back to the San Francisco 49er franchise on the Football Freaks Sports Network. I'm your host, Husker Wk2, and it's week 2 of the Niners season. Last week in our season opener in Levi Stadium, we played the Carolina Panthers and came away with an overtime win. The defense played an outstanding game, only faltering a bit in the final 3 minutes of regulation that allowed the overtime period. But Frisco charged to a win, and Brian Hoyer looked like the veteran leader that he needs to be. This week, we have traveled to the north to play our division rivals, Seattle Seahawks, at CenturyLink Field. Seattle is coming off of a huge loss to the Packers, but let's not get too comfortable here. They're still a dangerous team and have more than enough talent to give the Niners all they can handle. After a subpar performance last week, Russell Wilson will be ready to bounce back to, just being able to make something out of nothing. The big challenge today is going to be seeing if the 49er offense can move the ball on the stiff Seahawk defense. Let's see if it can be done. The Seahawks won the toss and decided they want the ball first, so from the 25, the handoff goes to Thomas Rawls up the middle, and he has a nice 9-yard gain. 2nd and inches now. Wilson back to pass and goes long, intended for Richardson, and Paul Richardson hauls it in. And Jimmy Ward is down and injured. Hurt his arm. We'll have to see what kind of impact that has for the Niners. Now on 1st and 10. The handoff is to Rawls again, and he has another 9 yards. 2nd inches again. This run defense of the Niners is just being run all over the place, and he's down to the 10-yard line this time. 1st and goal with Jimmy Graham in motion. Lacey gets the call, and he's up the middle for a 6-yard gain to the 4. 2nd and goal with Lacey remaining in the backfield, and he gets the ball and down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal, this time with Procise in the backfield, and the pass is incomplete, broken up by Malcolm Smith. That brings on Blair Walsh, the former Viking, and it's off to the right side. No good from the 8-yard line. No good. That brings up Hoyer, and the Niner offense with a dump-off pass. Juszczyk gets a nice 7-yard gain out of it. Now on 2nd and 3, Hoyer throws across the middle, and it's intercepted by Cam Chancellor. Trying to get it to his rookie receiver in the slot, Trent Taylor, gets it intercepted by Cam Chancellor for his 2nd interception of the season. Now on 1st and 10, Wilson back to pass and gets it to Paul Richardson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with plenty of time goes long for Paul Richardson, and Corey White just misses the interception, and it's touchdown Seattle. Blair Walsh on for the extra point, and he pulls it left. No good. So after the missed extra point, it's 6-0 Seattle. On a counter play to the left side, Davis runs into Bobby Wagner, the star middle linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks, and it's only a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 6. The pass is out to Carlos Hyde, and he doesn't get the first. A punt, and the Seahawks have it again. Rawls in the backfield. Navarro Bowman comes up for the stop, no gain. 2nd and 10. Rawls in the backfield again, the lone setback. And Wilson is hit and loses the football. Picked up by Aaron Lynch, and he's down inside the 20-yard line. Russell Wilson is down and injured. His shoulder may be a problem. The Seahawks can't afford to lose him. Hit by DeForest Buckner. That was a hard hit, And now the Niners have it inside the red zone. 2nd and 10. Hoyer back to pass and completes it to Garcon inside the 15. 3rd and 2 with Davis in the backfield. The pass is incomplete. Aldrick Robinson just couldn't handle it. On comes Robbie Gould for a 28-yard field goal, and he knocks it through. Now for an injury update, let's go to Eurocat Baby on the sideline.
You may have noticed that free safety Jimmy Ward is back in the game, and the 49ers staff is saying that he twisted his elbow pretty bad. He's in considerable pain, but is willing to play through it. Quarterback Russell Wilson, who sustained a bruised shoulder on the fumble earlier, should be back in the game as well. He was being attended to on the sidelines by some pretty worried-looking staff members, but it seems that he's all right.
Thank you for that update, and that is wonderful news for the Seattle fans. So here on 1st and 10 from the 32, Austin Davis is at quarterback, hands off to Rawls, and he's up the middle for a nice gain across the 45-yard line. Now with Wilson back in there and Lynch at tailback, Wilson sees daylight, and he's running big over the right side and into 49er territory at the 40-yard line. Now on 2nd and 10, the give us to Lacey, and he's inside the 40 for a 4-yard pickup. Now from the shotgun, Wilson calls his own number and gets sacked for his efforts. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score 6-3 Seahawks. After a Seahawk punt, again the 49ers have the ball, and Hoyer drops back and throws complete to Pierre Garcon out of bounds at the 38-yard line. On 3rd and 9 now, in the split back set, Hoyer throws over the middle to Robinson, and he has the first down. At the 49 of the Seahawks, Hoyer drops back, has time, and drops it. Oh no, it's out of bounds, trying to get it to Niall Davis. 3rd and 10. Hoyer rolls to his left and hits Robinson for the first down inside the 35 at the 31.5 with an empty backfield. Look how far Hoyer drops back, almost 8 yards, but he gets it to Pierre Garcon at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. The pass over the middle is dropped by Marquise Goodwin. 2nd and 10. Davis in the backfield. Hoyer throws complete to Robinson, and he's out of bounds at the 5. 2nd and goal now. Davis in the backfield. Hoyer gets it. No, it's incomplete, intended for Juszczyk. And it's now 3rd and goal. Hoyer drops back to pass, and it's almost intercepted. About a half a step, and Jeremy Lane would have taken it all the way back for a pick 6. Robbie Gould puts the chip shot through, and it is now 6-6. Graham in motion on 1st down, and Rawls is taken down in the backfield. Rookie Reuben Foster on the stop. Wilson from the shotgun throws incomplete, knocked away by Kawan Williams. And the Niners have it again with Tayshawn Jones in the backfield. The give is to the left side, and he's got the first down to the 39-yard line. Davis back in there at tailback. Goes left side again, and he has nice yardage out to the 44-yard line for a 5-yard pickup. Hoyer back to pass and goes long, hits Robinson, and he's inside the 30-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with your score 6-6. What a defensive battle we have going on. 2nd and 10. The handoff is to Davis, and he goes left side and down to the 22. 3rd down conversion, only 50% right now. Hoyer throws into the line and incomplete. That brings on Robbie Gould for a 39-yard field goal, and it's up and through, and the score is 9-6. San Francisco has the lead. From the 21, out of the shotgun, Wilson doesn't find anybody downfield and gets sacked. Tank Carradine taking care of business. 3rd and 12. Wilson goes long, and it's complete to Baldwin for a first down. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Oh, Wilson has to jump for this one, and he goes up the middle for a nice gain. 7 yards to the 46. Now in the hurry-up offense and out of the shotgun, Wilson goes over the middle to Richardson, and he's inside 49er territory at the 42. Out of the shotgun again, Wilson goes long for Baldwin, and he's down to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks are on the move. 1st and 10, Wilson calls his own number and runs over the right side and gets 9 yards. 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, Wilson over the middle to Graham. First down at the 4-yard line. Can the 49ers get a stop before halftime? And Wilson is sacked by Reuben Foster. His 2nd sack just on this drive. Still in the hurry-up offense. 2nd and goal. And Wilson carries it into the end zone himself. Well, that lead sure didn't last very long. It's now 13-9. Seattle. Hoyer back to pass. And he's going long, and it's off the mark and incomplete, almost intercepted by Jeremy Lane. Hoyer, not being satisfied with going into the locker room, throws an interception to Jeremy Lane. Desperately trying to get it to Marquise Goodwin, throws another interception. Now his 3rd on the season. And for a 47-yard field goal, Walsh comes out and boots it through, and the score is 16-9 at halftime. What a way to end the first half. Somehow I think the 49ers should have just taken the game into the half, down by 4. Just shows you what a little greed may get you. I understand that you can't slay the giant without taking some chances, but was that really the time? Hoyer has already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. Can he avoid mistakes like that going into the second? Welcome back, everyone, to the Hawks' Nest in Seattle for second half coverage of the Seahawks hosting their division rivals, the 49ers. Before we get to the field for the game action, let's get a report on what the coaches had to say from Eurocat Baby on the sideline.
Coach Shanahan shared with me that while he is pleased with his defensive play, especially the front 7, he really needs the offense to step it up a bit. If the O-line can give Hoyer a little bit more time, he'll be able to make some better throws and decisions on where to throw it. He said that he's a little concerned as well that there isn't really any push up front, and if he can't get that, it'll be very difficult to get any production out of the running game. Now, Coach Carroll said that his team just needs to keep executing the plays the way that they know how to. He understands that the running game isn't where it needs to be, but look for the focus to be in the passing game here in the second half. He feels they've found some weaknesses that they can exploit.
What? The passing defense of the 49ers weak? Yeah, he's probably onto something there. Let's see if the Niners have got what it takes to pull the upset. After a quick 3 and out from the Niners, the Seahawks have the ball, and Wilson goes back to pass. And he throws long, intended for Paul Richardson, and he has him. Touchdown, Seattle! Oh my goodness, only one play and Russell Wilson connects with Paul Richardson for a 79-yard touchdown pass. Now can the 49er offense do anything to keep this from getting out of hand? And Davis gets blasted in the backfield by K.J. Wright. Ugh. On 3rd and long, the pass goes to Hyde, and he can't handle it. It's incomplete, and the Niners have to punt. Now with Rawls, the lone back. He gets the handoff, and he's up the middle for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. 2nd and 3. The give is to Rawls again, and he's got the first down, and he's over the 40-yard line, out to the 44. Wilson gives to Eddie Lacy this time, and he is blown up in the backfield by Navarro Bowman. Lacy still in the backfield, and Malcolm Smith tackles Wilson in the backfield for another sack. 3rd and 17. Wilson back to pass and completes it to Baldwin, but not near enough for the first down. So the ball goes back to the Niners. Juszczyk goes in motion, and Hoyer doesn't even get to the handoff. Tackled in the backfield by Terrence Garvin. Wilson now throws long and incomplete. Broken up by Corey White. Now with Rawls at the deep back man. Wilson goes back to pass and is sacked again. DeForest Buckner getting to him. Lacy now in the backfield. Wilson throws over the middle for Richardson, and it's broken up by Reed and White, just not being able to hold on to that ball. Now it's the 49ers' turn again, and it's complete over the middle for a first down to Marquise Goodwin. 2nd and 7 now. Hoyer back to pass, and it's complete to Davis. Ooh, and look at that move, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. What a sweet pass, dropping it over the top of K.J. Wright, and with the spin move, gets by Earl Thomas III, and Davis takes it to the house. The extra point is missed. Oh my goodness. Robbie Gould misses the extra point, and it is now 23-15 after 3 quarters of play. So the 49ers are now down by 8 points with 1 quarter to play. And on 2nd and 10, Rawls gets the ball, and he has a very short gain over the right side. 3rd and 8. Wilson fakes the handoff and is stacked by Rashard Robinson. And that gives the 49ers the opportunity to put something together. Hoyer back to pass. Throws complete to Marquise Goodwin, and he's out past the 45 for a first down. With just a single offset fullback this time, Hoyer is sacked. Terrence Garvin makes the play at the 44-yard line. Now Hoyer is back to pass again. It's incomplete. 4th down, and their need to punt. Now with the 49ers playing press coverage, Wilson hands off to Rawls, and he's up the middle for a 9-yard pickup, and they only gave him 8 yards. What a disappointment. Up the middle again, he's jammed up in the middle and falls forward for the first down. Now from their own 30-yard line, Wilson hands off to Rawls, and he trucks over the top of Jimmy Ward and falls forward for the first down. With Luke Wilson in motion, the pass goes to Doug Baldwin, and he has room. He is out in the open, and it's a touchdown, Seattle. And the Seahawks are pulling away in this one, now 30-15. So with just under 5 minutes to go in the game and down 15 points, Hoyer goes back to pass, and it's broken up. K.J. Wright knocking that one down. 3rd and 8. And the pass goes up, and it is way long. Hoyer really overthrew that one. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. Wilson gets plugged in the backfield. Seal Moore and Reuben Foster getting to him. Now Wilson tries to run, and he fumbles the ball, recovers his own fumble, but there was A sizable loss. Now 3rd and 19. And Lacey, he might have the first. He does. He has the first down past the 30-yard line. Now from the 31 with Rawls in the backfield. Wilson goes over the middle to Richardson. First down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with your score 30-15 Seattle. 3rd and 8 now. Out of the I with Lacey in the backfield. And he gets the call up the middle, and it's a first down. He spins to the 40-yard line of the 49ers. Now with Procise in the backfield. Wilson goes to Baldwin over the right side. First down, and there is your game. All the 49ers are hanging their heads in disgust. The Seahawks win at home 30-15. Well, I definitely liked the first half for the Niners better than the second. It just seemed that neither team could get a lot going here in the second with a lot of 3 and outs, but obviously Seattle did the better job. Frisco was only 23% on 3rd down, and it's real hard to score points if you aren't converting 3rd downs. At least Hoyer didn't throw any more picks in the second half. But look at those rushing numbers for the Niners. Only 30 yards on the ground. You need to have a whole lot better production out of your running game if you're going to be successful. And look at those total yards. The Seahawks had over double the yards of the Niners. That has to be remedied, and quick. Brian Hoyer was only 1 percentage point in this game better than last week at 37%. But he only threw 1 pick last week, and he threw 2 this week. I really think the greediness of the Niners got the best of them at the end of the first half and was the catalyst for the downfall of the team. They became much too one-dimensional in the second half in trying to get back in this one. Tell me in the comments, do you think that a quarterback change is necessary if the Niners are going to be successful? At the very least, C.J. Beathard, I think, deserves a better look. I just don't know if a quarterback change is the answer or not. Davis didn't have a good game, but the line didn't block for him like last week either. Tayshaun Jones seemed to have a spark, but just didn't have the touches to see if he could maintain that intensity. I thought the receivers did okay, although they did have a few drops this week versus last. Maybe that was the inexperience coming out because Garcon didn't have any drops this week and the rest of them did. Hopefully that'll get better with time. I think the defense played well considering the weaknesses in the secondary. It just seemed that Seattle took advantage of the secondary, and that left way too much pressure on the line to make plays. Don't get me wrong, they made some plays. This team needs a much better secondary to cover downfield receivers, and that would make the defensive linemen's jobs so much easier. The next test for San Francisco are the Los Angeles Rams. So they go from one of the hardest division foes to playing against the up-and-coming Rams. At least they get to play them at home. Although the Rams are going through some growing pains of their own, they seem to have the upper hand, especially when it comes to the offense. In this game, the Niners only have one player that is questionable, and that's cornerback Valentino Blake. He's still nursing that bruised shoulder. For the Rams, the offense is definitely impacted, but it's uncertain to what degree. Pharaoh Cooper is down the depth chart a bit, so that might not be too impactful, but starting right guard Roger Saffold is out for the season with a torn rotator cuff, and center J.J. Dielman is his replacement at that position. The defensive tackles may have a little success. Take into consideration that Todd Gurley will be out as well and passing may become a premium for him. The secondary is definitely going to have to step it up a bit. They still have Sammy Watkins and Tavon Austin as a receiving duo that could produce some pretty big plays. It might benefit the Niners to run right a little more, because right end Aaron Donald will be looking to stop the run on his side of the line. This has been a presentation of the San Francisco 49er franchise on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Please keep in mind that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it as well. And if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. It was a pleasure to bring you coverage of the 49ers playing the Seahawks at CenturyLink Field. And be with us for our next game when the 49ers host the Rams in Levi's Stadium. Until I see you in Santa Clara on the south side of the bay, for Eurocat Baby and everyone here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.